Welcome back to episode number 6 of the flipping challenge from 0 to 10k gold in Wrath of Lich King. So we're picking up our mail here at a decent amount there. So we're sitting at 270 gold at the moment that we have to spend, and we've got a whole heap of items up in the auction house still. Now, if you haven't already checked out my flipping guide, now this is both for Wrath of the Lich King and for retail. It's got flipping guides for both of them. Inside the guide, you're also going to get my TSM strings and groups and settings that you can just plug into yours and follow along. And to anyone that has already got the guide, thank you very much for purchasing it and the support on the channel. It's been amazing. But right, let's get back into this next episode. So basically what we're doing here, we're still buying the cheaper materials. We're just trying to get a whole heap of items that are really worth buying. It doesn't matter if they are cheap, because we will sell them over time. So as you can see, we're just finding the items, and we're just skewing off the cheapest ones at the bottom to about 70% of the market value. That is about where we want to buy it. Any higher than that and it's a bit risky, so I like to say stay under the 70% is about where you want to max out at. But what I'm doing here is just seeing what is undervalued, and if we can buy that all up with our little amount of gold that we have, then I'll go ahead and do that. Alright, so we got a whole heap of them pearls. All the pearls tend to flip really well because they're pretty hard to get, and so they there's a lot of demand for them, especially when you're not on pretty much any server, to be honest. Now with these gems, the bad part about selling gems is the deposit fee. So it costs a lot to actually post and sell the gems, so you just got to be careful when selling those that you're gonna make enough profit to make up for that. Or you can post them for like 12 hours and it's a bit cheaper. So we're sitting back up, we got the mail out, and we're sitting back up at 243 gold. We will buy these titanium settings. They can be crafted, which I kind of like to stay away from crafted materials, but people do need those. So we will actually buy them up at that cost. It's very cheap. As you can see, we're not afraid to buy the cheap items. Like these are 30 copper each, but you'll resell them for like 1 silver. But with the little amount of gold that we're sitting at, it's okay to be doing that. Once you get say if you had 10k gold already or 20k gold, I'd probably stay away from anything under a couple silver just to save your time. But now that we're getting close to Wrath of the Lich King, we have to, a whole heap of the prices will be going down, especially on the gems, so we just have to make sure they don't fully drop while we have them and have not sold them. So this is a big buy here. We're going to buy up all of them right there. So the Nightmare Bane, this is a herbing material. We brought a whole heap of them. Our plan with that is to buy them all out and reset the market value at a much higher value, basically. So we buy them all out, all the way up to the price that we want to sell them at, and then we just post them for the price we want to sell them at, instead of just buying the top cheapest ones that are way cheaper than the others. You can actually, if you have a bit of gold to invest, you can buy out a whole lot of them down to where you want to resell them, and then you can basically reset the market, the cost on the auction house right now, by doing that. If you buy all the cheap ones up all the way up to where you want to go. Alright, so we just got a whole heap of Moat of Fires. Now these are a good thing to flip, because the price is always pretty solid, because people can buy those and turn them into the moats, into the primal fires. So they're always a good thing to flip. So we're close to that 300 gold, raw gold on us, which is looking really good. And the auction house should be sitting at a decent amount of value too. Very decent. What are we looking at? Okay, so our goal right now, to spend this 230 gold up, anything that is worth buying, we will buy that up. So anything under our 70% we are happy with to buy. Well, there's some cheap motes of shadows. We could buy all of those up, which we will. We'll buy some of those. Now, if you are enjoying the series so far, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Let me know down in the comments if you prefer these voiceover styles or the live commentary. Whichever one you prefer, I can do them from now on. But I think we should be sitting at like a value of like around, well, the AuctionHouse is sitting at around 1,000 and a haul. We've just got in our biggest mail so far, 425 gold. So we have to spend all of that up. So we have a total of 426 with that little bit we had on us. We'll post up all them vans. Alright, so now we're going to have a look at the twink items. Twink items is a great market to be in. If you already have my flipping guide, that is inside there, the TSM import strings and settings for the twink items. With them, I like to buy anything that is a good deal, so basically anything under like 50% of the market value, and then I resell them for 90% of the market value up to 200% of the market value. If you want to learn a bit more about how to flip twink items and which items are the best to flip, that is all inside of my guide, my flipping guide. Basically what we've done now, we've just brought a whole heap of pearls. The bars, we probably should not have bought them bars, to be honest, because what I noticed after buying those, that the market value, like on the enchanted titanium bars, the market value was a lot higher than the region market value. So when it's like that, you prefer to stay away with it, because it's just something's happened that has made it go up on your server, like made the market value go up. So someone's been selling them for a ridiculous price, maybe got a couple sales or brought on another account just to raise up the market value. So if the market value is way higher than the region market value, then I would probably stay away from it. That's one tip that is really useful. Sorry. So you want to make sure that the market is same as the region and they're all about similar price, then there's nothing fishy going on whatsoever. See, as you can see, we've got them enchanted titanium bars, which will take a while to sell because they are a bit overpriced. However, we're nearly at the 500 gold mark, which is really good. We only put like in a couple of minutes per day on this account, and it's making already, like we started at 10 gold and it's already making a decent amount of gold, like probably like 400 gold profit per day from logging on for just a couple minutes, and we only have like 1,500 gold worth of value, which we've made probably in the last week just from flipping. So flipping is a great way to make a whole heap of gold in Classic. Now if you had like 100,000 gold and we're doing this, you would be making like thousands of gold per day, which hopefully one day we'll get this exact series to. Instead of just showing on my main account, we might as well try to build this up all the way up to a whole heap of gold where we can start doing some really big flips. And in Wrath of the Lich King, I'm sure there's going to be heaps of opportunities to make a whole heap of gold flipping. As you can see right there, we cleared out the next mailbox and we actually have 600 raw gold. So that is awesome. 600 raw gold, and we have a whole heap of listings live. So we have 800 gold worth of listings on the AuctionHouse, and we have our 600 gold. So that is really good. That's 1,400 gold we're at already, which is awesome. That is if everything sells on the AuctionHouse, of course. Alright, so we just invested into a whole heap of them large radiant shards. We should make a whole heap of gold off these. We bought them for really cheap. Probably going to double our gold on those. So we're looking at a few hundred gold profit just off them large radiant shards. Oh, we got a 600 gold mail, and that brings us up to 900. Oh, we're nearly 1,000. We're nearly at the 1,000 mark. So this is the next day of recording, and so we just nearly hit the 1,000 raw gold. So we're pretty much, well, we're over 1,000 gold if you include what's on the AuctionHouse. So the series is going really well. We're at 1,000 gold, so we're 1/10 of the way to the challenge. So I reckon in a few more days, maybe a week or so, we should be able to reach our 10k from flipping only challenge. And once that is up, I'm going to be bringing out a whole heap of flipping guides and tips and tricks about TSM and all of that onto the channel after the challenge is complete. But anyways, guys, if you want to check out my flipping guide for WoW, it'll be down below in the description box. But anyways, guys, if you're enjoying the series, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for the next episode. The next one, take care.